I'm going to narrate Tom Sawyer, Chapter 17 Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Author Introduction. Samuel Langdon Clemens was born on November 30, 1835 and died on April 21, 1910. Known by his pen name Mark Twain, was an American writer, humorist, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. He was lauded as the greatest humorist the United States has produced, and William Faulkner called him the father of American literature. His novels include The Adventures of Tom Sawyer in 1876 and its sequel, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn in 1884, the latter of which was often been called the Great American Novel. Novel Introduction. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is an 1876 novel by Mark Twain about a boy growing up along the Mississippi River. It is set in the 1840s in the town of St. Petersburg, which is based on Hannibal, Missouri, where Twain lived as a boy. In the novel, Tom Sawyer has several adventures, often with his friend Huckleberry Finn. Originally a commercial failure, the book ended up by ending the best-selling of Twain's work during his lifetime. Though overshadowed by its sequel, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, the book is considered by many to be a masterpiece of American literature. Pirates at their own funeral. In St. Petersburg, the townspeople prepare for the funeral to mourn Tom, Joe, and Huck. Their schoolmates tell fond stories about their boys, each of them trying to tell the story that captures the boys best. Becky regrets that she returned the brass andiron that Tom had given to her. On Sunday, the whole town gathers at the church. The minister recounts the stories of three boys, depicting them as charming, lovely young men. Meanwhile, those listening to his sermon reflect on how harshly they had misjudged the boys when they were alive. The proceedings are interrupted when Tom, Joe, and Huck walk into the church, which was a secret plan that Tom had to tow the other two boys back on the island. Tom and Joe's families pep the two of them up in their joy at finding them alive, while Huck is ignored. Tom interrupts and Polly, gushing into, insists that Huck also be embraced. She does so. The minister commands everyone to join him in a triumphant song. Tom, the envy of all his schoolmates, enjoys his proudest moment. Themes. The themes discussed in this chapter was realism, the hypocrisy of adult society, showing off, moral and social maturation. Realism. In writing about the village of St. Petersburg, Missouri, Twain was describing a contemporary Southern American village to his original readers. Rather than glamorizing his subject matter by writing about a more well-known location or a glamour character, he aimed towards the realism in describing the daily lives of average people living on the Mississippi River, people in whom Twain's descriptions of Huck's life as a homeless boy who is looked down upon by his elders. He implicates the reader in enjoying fanciful stories more than realistic ones. The hypocrisy of adult society. The adult of Queen St. Petersburg see themselves as a law-abiding, church-going, family-based group that must police its children. The community show its indulgence when Tom's dangerous adventures provoke an outpouring of concern. The community is perfectly ready to forgive Tom's wrongs if it can be sure of his safety. Moral and social maturation. When the novel opens, Tom was the organizer of childhood pranks and often believed in games. He also takes Becky's punishments. Though early on Tom looks up to Huck as much older and wiser, by the end of the novel, Tom's personal growth is evident in his insistence. Yet, Twain depicts the need for attention as just minor vice because it is based on a social instinct for connecting to others in the community. Even the teachers at the Sunday school yearn to be recognized as showing off. Tom wishes that all times to be the center of attention and is painted to share the spotlight with anyone. This desire motivates many of his actions. Twain desires the need for attention just as a minor vice because it is based in a social instinct for connecting to others in the community.